Welcome back to Ace and Maverick. Today I am going to be kind of doing like a re-review of a review. They asked me a few questions. Anyway, so let's start. M&J Games did a nice overview of my park and said some very nice things. But also they asked me some questions. So I figured I would just go through. I took a bunch of timestamps down and I'd go through and answer them with the video because it would just be easier and probably more visually pleasing to explain things this way. So yeah, this is my park, Funland 160%. We can just call it Funland. I just put the 160 there because it's whatever. But yeah, so I was able to make it 160% on the Oswald counter. That's why it's called that. But yeah, let's get started. I don't know. I haven't seen this park in quite a while, so except for watching their video, I just haven't been here in a little bit. So kind of like re-remembering all of the things that I have here. Uh, it's very cool. I spent some time on this park, that's for sure. I'm pretty sure I have like just a flyover video of this park on my channel already, but I don't think I have one of me fully talking about it after it was complete. I some live streams and stuff of building it, but alright, let's get to the first question here. Michael and Jasmine.
We've got this long strip that basically goes throughout the entire park, and everything kind of veers off it. So which way do you want to go first, Jasmine?
Oh, and I made that timestamp just because you mentioned the long strip and how it kind of resembled Cedar Point. Absolutely, Cedar Point is a heavy influence on this park. I go to Cedar Point every year, um, and so that's kind of just why I went with the design that I know and am comfortable with my first like park that I wanted to really spend time working on. So yep, definitely Cedar Point inspired there.
So it looks like, I don't know if that was your intention on doing the elaborate design. For me, I
um,
kind of,
and over here he's talking about how I have longer queue lines, and yeah, I intentionally did make them longer on most of them because, and I mean, really, it's not long compared to what real life coasters are, but yeah, half of the fun of being in a theme park is waiting in line forever. So I don't know, I like to bring that aspect over to my park a little bit. I didn't go too crazy because obviously, yeah, the taxing amount of pathways on the Oswald counter. Like even just this long pathway to get over to the roller coaster is like too much, you know. But that's what we got to juggle between. So all right, I'm at 214 now. Let's see.
yeah.
Oh,
Let's see. Oh, that's weird. I didn't realize that you couldn't actually ride stuff if you don't have private order content.
oh yeah, that's right. Okay, so I just made that timestamp there because figured I'd give it a ride since you didn't get to ride it. I think there is a video of this on my channel already too. Of this, well, with the flyover, yeah. But whatever, we'll ride it. I'll shut up and let you see what you missed. This actually was the first coaster I made in the game. It was carried over from my first test park where I was trying to see how much I could cram in to get a gauge of what I could work with. Let's talk about that other way. Okay. So yeah, first coaster I spent some real time on, making on, getting the feel for the layout and all that stuff, the way the coaster builder was in this park, or in this game. But then I just brought it over from the other park because I really just, I think at that point was just burnt out and didn't want to like make another coaster at this park. So I just like I really like this coaster, so I left it. Also, this element here where it like lingers super hard over this drop. That's obviously pretty scary rollback possibilities and being valleyed up here, but uh, I don't know. I really like the fact that this is a game after all, and people build fantasy coasters and stuff here all the time. But even though I try to make them as realistic as I know how to do and can without going too crazy, I like to throw in little elements here and there that are not realistic and something you'll probably never see on a ride because of certain reasons. And it's nice to be able to experience them in game at least. So that's what that is. This element. It's pretty cool looking though. That's for sure. Yeah, like if there was no one in the, if that car was half loaded, that car would valley in there. That's for sure. But in real life, quote unquote. But it's not. Okay, next question. 232.
So let's go over here. Oh, so
Oh
I
yeah,
believe
he's
he
over
did
here
this
looking
part
at
like
Zen
right when
now.
it came out. So I think he got that
Oh,
lucky. This was
yep. I do have live streams of me building this park in November of 2020. So yeah, I started working on this right away, and I didn't have any of the new DLC. Correct, you were right. I did have to just buy some DLC to go look at your park. So, oh yeah, keep an eye out for that. Other people who are watching, I'm going to do a review of his park that he made, and it is phenomenal. It makes mine look kind of like crap. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, he rode Zen, and he liked that. That's pretty cool. So let's go to the next question here. Oh yeah, this is this this means Om. It's OM, like the meditating Om,
yeah, that'll
whatever.
make sense.
I just found it to be fitting to go with the whole Zen coaster and Zen Plaza thing. So I just did that, and my girlfriend's into meditating and stuff. So that's how I kind of knew what that was and what to do with it. I did not expect it to turn out that good. Honestly, it looks like I didn't make that. That's how good it looks. It's wonderful. 604. Let's see, 1610. See, now I'm getting closer towards the end of their questions here.
I'd love to know, which one of these two rides did you make first? Did you
Oh,
make
okay.
this
Which one
coaster
did
or
I?
the
We talking about between Vertigo and Viridian, I think is what I named it. Which one I made first? I'm pretty positive Vertigo, the red one, came first, and then the green one came after. Both of these were rides that I used in the blueprint method, and what I did is I had the rides placed, and then I made the stations around the rides, and then I, like built on the platform, and then I separated the building from the ride, and then left the building there when I deleted the ride for the blueprint method. So that way I had a solid positioning, and then that all the paths were there and everything like that. So I knew exactly where it needed to be to have it fit where I had it before I deleted it for the blueprint method. So that's one way to do it, and I mean you're leaving the building behind and adding that to your percentage of your park, which is you know I guess not the end of the world as far as to make sure it's perfectly placed there. All right, next question. 16, 19.
yeah. So here's the other thing I wondered too, man.
Oh yeah, yeah. My video is not loading. Crap, I don't know why.
Yeah. So here's the other thing I wondered too, man. How did you, like, this must have taken so long for you to design, because the tracks do some different things, right? Because they naturally have to. Um, because like that one's got the blue one's got a wider turn here, but then it's got. I mean, it's just really cool how you went and did this. So it'd be cool to know kind of how long this took and how tedious that process was, because I'm sure you constantly had to test the train.
Yeah, yeah. He's talking about the dueling coasters at that point, and yeah, it was tedious as hell. Like I had made a dueling coaster that was kind of similar to this on PC with Planet Coaster, but my computer can't. It can barely handle it. Like making two coasters, it was like just enough to be it laggy. So it really was hard even then. But So I was really excited to be able to do it on a functioning machine that was going to be able to handle it, and so I kind of like dove right in. Once I knew that I was building this park and being serious about it, I was like, all right, I'm making a dueling coaster, and I was waiting for them. They also were dragging their feet on adding the synchronized track pieces, and so or synchronized stations, whatever. But then they finally added that, and I jumped right on it. I actually have a live stream of me working on this, and it's only the first half. I got all the way to like, I think I had the blue, not even the orange, but the blue part of the corkscrew done. And then the orange was like right here. I was following it up. And that took me, that was like a 2 hour stream. You can go check it out if you want. It's on the channel still. But so given with that, I was nearly halfway done, if not less than halfway. In 2 hours. So it probably took me a good 4 to 5 hours just to do the layout alone. Like I'm sure 4 hours to lay it out, and then another hour of smoothing for sure. And then it's just yep, super tedious to keep them both at the same time, same pace. I definitely kept them running, both of them, constantly the whole time. And that's just it. You just do one bit by bit. What I did is like I had the hill obviously identical, and then I worked on like this orange hill first, and then I made the blue hill to mimic it, but also made it kind of different. Same with this stuff. I made one bit and then did the next bit, mimic it, and then I pretty much just sectioned the elements out in between each other, like so. That made sure the trains were, you know, matched up here, and then at the end of that element they were matched up, and then there's this element, which obviously it was a turn, so that threw the one off. So then it got to like here, and I made sure that they were matched up after that element, and then like here they were matched up, and then like here they met, whatever, So you just go around bit by bit and just make sure that they're staying together. Yeah, see they split up pretty hard there, but then that second turn brings it back. I did deliberately make the orange track to be more intense and aggressive, and then the blue track is a little bit less, a little bit more tame, and that was deliberate. That was so you could have a lesser ride option if you wanted to. So that's also kind of why orange is pretty much in the lead the whole race, but they do end up dead tie. I timed it out, so nobody wins in this race. It's more. I mean, they would in real life if there was different weights in the coaster trains and stuff, obviously, but that's the point. You want them to match up perfectly first. So yeah, this is 808, 486, 116. This one is 801, 481, and 104. So just slightly more mellow on all accounts. So, but yeah, that was very deliberate. And then that also alone made it like a nightmare. Made it much harder to design the ride. I could talk about this ride all day. This is still the favorite ride that I've made. I really, really, really hate this building though. I don't know why. I wanted to do like a centerpiece there, and I just couldn't come up with a good building idea. And then like, look how much better that looks. Look how much better that looks without it. Like, I don't know why I put it there. And then also, oh, that brought up something in my. I was at 100% with this park when I loaded your park, Michael. Your name is Michael, right? I'm not being stupid. Yes. Um, it was at 88% on my PS5. So yeah, I was able to squeeze a little bit more out of her than you did with that blueprint trick. But see, look, all I had to do was delete that one building, and now I'm at 99%. So technically, I could slap a whole nother blueprint down right now. Um, uh, so that's fun. This gives you kind of an idea of how much bigger my next park is going to be able to be. Yeah, see, I just threw a whole coaster in this bad boy. Obviously, I have no paths to connect it to, so it's pointless. But I should be able to have this be my full park and then do my blueprint method of 60% on top of it, which will give me a good, like, filling in part of this lake. This lake was kind of just made to make it look like I used space that was all only available instead of having all this extra wasted space. But yeah, anyways, back to this. Yeah, this coaster took me forever, but I really, really, really wanted to make it nice and took my time on all of it and stations and everything. I made it all as perfect as I could. Um, I don't know what else to say about it, really. Yep, it was wild. It was really hard to build. Took me probably overall time, all of the station and all of the track and all of the smoothing and all of the lights. Ooh, yeah, let me show you the lights. Probably took me like 15 hours. And that might be undershooting it. I don't know. It's a while. Yeah, so yeah, I did some pretty cool light stuff too with it. But, all right, next question. It's the last one too, so that's good. This video's starting to get kind of long.
I don't know if it's these. I don't know if it's.
Oh, what ride would I pick as my feature ride? Is the final ending question here that I have. Um, I honestly don't know. I really don't know either. I think my favorite is still Blizzard and Inferno, so I would have to say that that is the most striking ride to present to the masses, I guess. So that would probably grab the most attention. If not, then yeah, this Giga would be. I don't even know if it is a Giga. I don't know how tall it is, to be honest. Also, fun fact: one of the rides that I blueprinted over was the go karts on the very end, and this actually was one of the first track ride I made when I was watching the live stream of me make this as the first coaster I had. All I had was a few flat rides. Excuse me. All I had was a few flat rides and stuff, and then these go karts, and then my first coaster that I worked on. So yeah, that's pretty funny. I didn't know that I had the go kart track done before any roller coasters in this park. It is not how I'm doing my next park at all. So, but anyways, yeah, this is Funland 160%. Thanks M&J Games for doing a review. I hope you enjoyed this as well. And everyone check their channel out and give them some love. Thanks for watching Ace Maverick. Like and subscribe. I'll see you next time. Average stat happiness has declined massively.